Hey, we're back. We are back.
Did it feel like we ever left?
Nah.
No, it didn't.
Nah.
It didn't.
I just took a short
Hiatus.
Yeah, very short one.
We'll talk about that in the year that wasn't.
Yeah,
2022 coming up.
No, we will do.
Volvo.
Last two
Volvos.
Yeah, well, out of the last 3 test cars of the year,
Yeah.
2 Volvos.
2 Volvos.
Same, but seriously different. XC40, XC60.
XC40 fully electric.
Now, wait.
XC60.
Wait. You jumping the gun as usual.
Yeah, well, you know.
XC40, XC60.
Yes.
Medium SUV, medium large SUV.
Yes.
I've always preferred the 60 because I just believe it gives you better value.
Okay.
The 40 is still in the boutique category, which means they can charge a bit more for it.
Okay.
So I just like the 60, but that's a personal thing. But now, what Volvo have done is they're giving you the choice every which way. They really are. So the 40 we had was the full electric.
Yes.
The P6.
Yes.
Let's just explain this one.
Yes.
The single motor,
Engine.
single engine, front wheel
Oh,
drive.
we're not allowed to use engine. It's a motor. It's
Yeah.
an electric motor. Front wheel drive.
Front wheel drive. Okay, whereas you do get the
165
P8,
kilowatts.
you do get the P8, which is four-wheel drive, motor on each axle.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
With stupid power. 160 kilowatts
There's never such a thing as stupid.
is, I mean, in a car that size, electric power as well, so electric response, so you
Yeah.
know it's electrifying.
Yeah.
It's got it all. And look, what they're doing is they're bringing in one spec level, boom, thank you, fully spec, done, loaded to the hilt.
On the electrics, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Given the fact that we're still the only economy in the world that charges a premium for electric vehicles.
Let's not go there now.
Oh, God.
No. Shh. Okay, and what they've done with this, and if you look at the price and whatever, it's got probably about the best range, electric only range.
400 Ks, give
Just
or take.
over 400 Ks is the what WPLT or whatever the anagram is for it, the supposed range. I mean, we didn't even run it anywhere near that because we only had it for 3 days in total.
Yeah.
So I think we did about 300 odd Ks,
Something like that.
in it, and there was a good 100 left.
And I did do a charge on
You
it.
did charge overnight,
yeah,
but then, sorry, a home charge overnight in the hands of the ESCOM gods. Let's not even. It's not a true reflection.
So it isn't. But I mean, if it comes down to emergency, you've got to plug it into your
You probably upped
light
about
socket.
50 or 100 Ks in 12 hours or something.
No,
stupid,
it wasn't as bad as that. It was from 33% in battery terms up to 71%. So probably around about 150, 180 Ks I put into the car. What's interesting is that when you plug it in, you put the charging on, it tells you, it gives you a speed. It says you're charging at 8 kilometers an hour. Which I thought is hilarious. It means every hour you're adding 8 Ks to the range.
Yeah.
And I did have it on charge from 8 o'clock in the evening down to about 10 o'clock that next morning. But we had 2 stages of load shedding during
Exactly,
the
and you
interim,
don't know what that
you
did
had
to
no
it.
idea
Yeah,
what it does
it
to it,
interfered.
yeah.
But look, the point being,
is you can get away with it if you absolutely have to. You can live with it.
as fully electrics, that one is to me the only competitor I know of, and you drove briefly, I didn't
the
drive,
Merc.
would be the GLA Merc.
Yeah,
And it's a good competitor because size, everything.
correct. They
Okay.
head to head. They head to head.
They really are head to head. So great head to head comparison. And they're going to come in roughly, because now we're talking
1.1 million.
1
somewhere around about
just
there.
under 1.2, I think it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, just under 1.2, 188, I think I looked up for the Volvo. The Merc, it's going to depend on specs and things like that, but you're in the same price range.
It'll be very similar to.
These are, in my book, I know it's still stupid money, but becoming the first real electrics we've got in South Africa now.
Because of the range.
Because of the range and because of the fact that there is practically no price premium over the ICE engine ones.
Yeah, it's
They've somehow, I don't know whether these guys are absorbing or what they're doing.
there is still a bit of a premium,
but it's minimal.
But it's not as
It's
as
not-
bad as one would expect.
It's
yeah.
not 50% more
No,
like
no.
people have been talking and were up to now. You know, on a Mini that would normally retail at 550, you're suddenly paying 800
Yeah,
with a 200k range.
yeah.
and I'm not knocking the Mini now. I'm just using
As
the
an example,
comparison.
yeah.
Over here, you've probably got a 10% difference in price, if that.
So the gap is going to close.
It's closing, and it should get better
as time goes by.
So I'm saying these are becoming the first real world. But as much as I love the way the electric behaves, handles, runs, power, delivery, blah, 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 okay? And your green, if you're
Credentials.
a green credential nutcase,
Yeah.
all those things I love. But we are in South Africa. We are governed by the darkness of Eskom and things like that.
Well,
Eskom brought us Black Friday. They just gave us no power at all.
It's just, So,
So what's the actual solution
no,
for
I'm
South Africa right now?
I'm going to disagree with you there. I don't think Eskom is the big nemesis here, because you've got that 400k range. And as I said, the range anxiety thing. This is the first time I've had an electric car for longer than 10 seconds on a track somewhere, and driving it in real world conditions, doing what I do during the course of the day. This range anxiety thing is real. But in this car, it's far less of an issue for me. And I know that I can plug it in, and if I need to wait an hour or two for Eskom, I still got enough in the battery to keep me going for where I need to go.
I think still we've got a better solution. And that's the XC60 we've just had.
So now we're talking. Are we going to talk one car household or two car households? Because if you're talking one car household, electric is going to be a tough sell.
Correct.
It's going to be a tough sell.
But just picture, you're right, because can you imagine your household? An XC40 P6 and an XC60 T8 Recharge as your two cars. Whew.
No, I could imagine the XC40 P8. Just because I like the power.
Yeah, I know, but having driven both, I actually still preferred the P6.
There's quite a lot of
because now let's just explain why I'm talking the T8 Recharge.
Because that's the one we had.
That's the one we've just had after the P6. 40 P6.
340 kilowatts is compelling. It's compelling.
Hybrid.
340
kilowatts, 702 Newton meters of torque.
50 k's battery only range,
50 or 60 k's roughly,
yeah.
Battery only, but there is some regen involved,
which is
useful.
Exactly, and 50, 60 k's I think in battery recharge is perfect. I mean, 30 k's to work, 30 k's home.
That's it.
No petrol spent, down to the shops, plug it in.
I saw a figure in one of the tests where they said your fuel consumption could be as low as 1.9 liters per 100.
That's getting close to that RAV4 plug-in electric hybrid, which was...
But again, now let's go the ultimate and the real world.
Yeah.
We took it on a nice cruise.
Yeah.
We were showing under 7.
Okay.
Which, for a biggish car, heavy car like that, I'm pretty happy with.
At 340 kilowatts.
I mean, so now you drive that thing down to Durban. Okay? There's the acid test. Now, first of all, in the full electric, you'll get to Harry Smith.
You'll stop at Harry Smith.
Okay, but now if somebody else got to the charge point 5 minutes before you,
you're in for a wait.
The wimpy owner's happy.
Yeah, you're in for a wait.
You're in for a good few hours.
Yeah.
So whereas on the 60 Recharge, you've got an insane range, because if you've got the regen and the hybrid helping, blah, 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 you're going to be running at something like 6 liters per 100.
Yeah.
With, I think, a 70 or 80 liter tank.
Oh, yeah.
There's now the other side of the world.
You won't go to Durban anymore, you go to Cape Town.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
So it's yes, I agree. And I mean, so if we get back to, if you're a one car household, hybrid makes a lot of sense. And if it's a case of the pricing is going to be similar to that of ICE engines only, well, then it's a no-brainer.
Well, now the 60 T8, as we're talking, is 100,000 more than the 40 P6.
So it's 1.3 million rand.
Yeah, as opposed to 1.2.
Yeah,
but I'm saying, what's that in percentage?
No,
8% it's difference. I mean, hang on. If you can afford 1.2, you can afford 1.3.
Really? I'm completely agree with you. And
let's not go down that one.
It only comes down to, do you want pure electric, or do you want to spend some money on petrol? And off you go.
I want both. I want one of each.
But there's the added complexity. Now you've got to service both. You've got
but there's no servicing on a pure electric.
No, but there's servicing on the hybrid.
Yeah,
You've got fluids and
you get a 5-year maintenance plan when you buy the car anyway. So
Yeah.
When you're buying cars at that price range as well, more often than not, you're not going to keep it 5 years or more. I'm sure Volvo, correct me here if I'm wrong, but I guarantee you the percentage of people keeping those cars.
I'm not thinking about them, Alan. I'm thinking about me, who wants to buy the car in 5 years' time after maximum depreciation. I pay nothing for it. I'm curious then what my running costs are going to be.
Okay, fair.
So
fair enough.
That's where I'm thinking. Because having driven that thing, hell's bells.
Yeah.
It's, I
what?
want one. Really want one.
They are both massively impressive. I think that's my bottom line.
And I have to say, when you were talking about the handling of the electric and what have you, that for me is the one slight drawback is that the car is heavy.
Well,
so it's not a
look,
throw.
every day as the batteries get better, they'll get lighter and whatever. But we still are in relative terms the early days of this. Okay?
And the way these things drive is just so fantastic. I love the fact that when you're on the electric and you just
but then again, excuse me, how was the acceleration on that recharge?
It's impressive.
Hybrid?
It's impressive.
Yeah, exactly.
But being petrol, it's still got that. You put your foot down and then it goes. With electric, it goes before you've put your foot down. It's almost intuitive, and I also have to comment on the one pedal system on the electric.
Pedal driving, the one
loved
driving,
it. Absolutely loved it.
Got to get used to it.
Yes, agreed. But it takes you around the block, and you're there, and I'm sold on that. Absolutely sold.
Yeah. No, look, as I said, I think this is getting more common than it used to be. We're agreeing again.
Well, when you've got good cars like this, it's hard not to agree. It's hard not to agree.
That's it. Two-car garage.
Two-car garage, yeah. Look, 911 still, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the third car.
First car. No, it's becoming harder, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that I think says a lot about the Volvos, because it's for me, it changes the way I look at Volvos completely. They are unbelievably good.
That's it from us.
Right.
See you next time.